You know what? Let me not hit a singing bowl this time around. Miss Tulip, come say hi to the fans. Come say hi to the people. You have so many fans, Tulip. I hope this makes you smile, and I hope you have a fabulous reading, y'all. I love you so much. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot messages, your weekly horoscope, Gemini. So, for September 2021, I guess I should say. So, if you find any cards, Gemini, that resonate with you in this weekly reading today, be sure to let me know in the comments below, darling, which cards resonate with you and how they do, because that is how I keep up with you, Gemini, is through the comments. If you also enjoy this tarot reading today, Gemini, or you just enjoy my vibe, darling, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, Gemini, and I do appreciate it when you guys do that extra step to support me. Remember though, put this in perspective, Gemini, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I believe cards are just here to give you some food for thought, a perspective to consider, but never making the choices in your life, Gemini, because it's your life to live, not mine, and not these tarot cards. So let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading today, Gemini. I also did your monthly as well, which I'll leave a link to around the top right hand corner, Gemini, for you to be checking out if you'd like. But let's just get into your reading. So you had, Gemini, the World card come flying out for you, and I'm going to be pulling the rest of your cards before I start. You had the World card, and then you have the Hermit card for your first row. And then you have the Star card coming in. Major Arcana after Major Arcana, baby. You have the Six of Wands coming in for your second row. The Three of Cups coming in. And then, Gemini, you have the Five of Cups coming in here. And then for your third and final row, Gemini, we have the Temperance card coming in. Are we going to get three Arcana again? Major Arcana. The Six of Swords coming in here, Gemini. And then for your final card, we have the Ace of Swords stepping forward. And before we get into this, I want to see back of the deck energy is the King of Swords as well. So I want to get to the theme of y'all's week, of what the energy is going to be like for y'all overall. Gemini, I love this deck so much because it just matches my top, darling. Come on now. So you guys get two cards apparently, Gemini. Normally I do one, but you know, two decided to step forward, and who am I to argue, darling? So you guys have the 6 and 4 of rings, or pentacles in this case. And so for you guys, it feels like you guys, for my Geminis that are doing investments. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, darling. Again, I'm just a man with a fabulous mustache, darling, and a fabulous outfit, reading some tarot cards to you. But like for my Geminis that are into investments, very, very fabulous, darling. Just right off the bat, right? Extremely fabulous investments. I do feel as if, you know, with the Four of Rings or the Four of Pentacles, that is just a card of investments. In my opinion, is just like no other way of putting it. And then with the Six of Pentacles coming in here, Six of Pentacles is where it's just like it's making like it's this sense of like good business decisions. I believe if you were to look up the definition, by definition, what the Six of Pentacles is. So it's just like whether it's in terms of investments, in terms of like stocks, darling, right? Crypto, because I know crypto is going big right now, darling. I have several friends that are really into crypto, making a lot of money, Gemini. And I actually know a Gemini. I used to know a Gemini, I guess. It's an old friend, but he was really into crypto. So I'm curious as to how he's doing. That's a side note, though. But yeah, Gemini, you guys are just doing something really powerful in terms of your investments. So this is a really good week in terms of just where you're sinking your energy into. It's going to really pay off tenfold, I feel. So let's get into these spreads for you, Gemini. For your first row, we have the World card, the Hermit card, and the Star card coming in here. Major arcanas, major transitions coming in for you, Gemini. It's interesting in the sense that like it feels as if like for you guys, Gemini, what you needed to do to go closer to your goals or to get closer or like make some grounds towards your objective, Gemini, it feels like you had to kind of like, for some of you guys, you kind of had to just like put up the blackout curtains, lock your doors, and kind of just be to yourself. Be a little bit more reserved. Gemini, I do feel like with this world card here, some type of cycle kind of, I don't want to say closing off, because I don't really see it as a sense of finality. But admittedly, Gemini, this may just be my case of being overly optimistic and not wanting to see it in that narrative. I have to be honest, right? My bias has to just be coming in some way. I feel like it's for some of you guys, you might have just like pushed the pause button on someone or something, right? To put more of your energy into really going after your goals, right? With that star card, it feels like you wanted to make a lot of ground, and you want to be making a lot of ground rather. And so through you needing to, it's like you needed to make time to do that, to make those accomplishments in the first place, Gemini. For your second row here, we have the Six of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Five of Cups coming in here. And so this is interesting. It feels, again, this is kind of like a similar message, Gemini. I would see this as with this Five of Cups here. It feels as if there's like a lot of outside distractions, Gemini. There's a lot of outside distractions, or a lot of things that was taking your energy, Gemini. And now it's kind of like this message for you of where it's like, kind of like claiming back your energy, Gemini. I do feel like I need to suggest to some of you guys for you to, if you are into any type of spiritual practice, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, Gemini. I feel like you guys would benefit from even just doing a simple meditation and saying out loud that you choose to recall or claim all the energy that is outside of you, right? And really just claiming your time back, Gemini, because Six of Wands, you know, the focus is on you, baby. You are in this process of really creating something fabulous, darling, in your life, and you needed to cut out the white noise, I feel like, for you guys. In your final row here, we have the Temperance card, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So you consistently have had this theme here, Gemini, where it's just like, it's like your success is based off of you kind of disconnecting from something else. Does that make sense, Gemini? And I feel as if you already have, like, this is going to be more so as like an affirming message for my Geminis that are receiving this reading, and being like, you know, hearing from some type of outside source, being told to be like, it's okay, Gemini, to let this go, right? Girl, don't mind me, I had to make sure that my volume was recording, darling. Because I see with this Temperance card that you have, let me try to see if I can get the artwork to show. My cat is snoring right now. I hope it's actually catching out the mic because it's so cute. With this Temperance card, the Temperance card is a card of patience, Gemini, but if you'll notice in the artwork, darling, in most cases of the Temperance card, you will notice that there's 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out of the water, which is kind of the representation of you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right, darling? Big, deep messages there, darling. And so I feel like this is more so, I'm silly, it's late at night, so this is where I feel like in my most element, Gemini, admittedly. I do feel as if for some of you guys, this message is just more so coming in of where it's just like you're hearing from some type of outside source and being like, okay, if Velka is saying it's okay for me to walk away from this, if I'm hearing from some outside source, darling, that it's good for me to be walking, like, I feel like you guys kind of, like, this is really just going to be like an affirming message, because like you Geminis, like, I'm not here just to gas you guys up, obviously, right? I mean, always here giving the hard truth sometimes, unfortunately, but you guys, I just get a very intelligent sense for y'all's energy this week, and I've never said that for people before. I mean, obviously I like to think everyone who's watching my videos is intelligent, because it just means you at the very least have some good taste, darling. But I get such an intelligent crew of Geminis receiving this reading, and so I feel like you guys are already pretty honed in on this, whether it's spiritual intelligence that you have this with, or just like your people skills and observance skills in general. Like, I just get overall just intelligence, awareness, I guess is a much better word for this. And with the King of Swords in the back of the deck here, what you really don't see coming for you, Gemini, is quite literally the sense of you, it's almost as if you're kind of shocked with yourself, Gemini, in regards to like how good you actually are. Does that make sense, Gemini? Like, I feel like this is such a very bountiful week for you that you're kind of like, while you don't doubt your capabilities necessarily, I feel like you might really just impress yourself by like how Good you are. Girl, this reading's just turning into me gassing you Geminis up. But honestly, Geminis, you guys get like the hardest rap out of all the zodiac signs, don't y'all? So I feel like you guys deserve a little bit of gassing up, don't you think, honey? So I'm not going to apologize for it. So let's start clarifying all of this, Gemini. Let's see if we can get any deeper messages before we continue on your reading, Gemini girl. You have the Queen of Cups coming in with the World card. This is what I was saying. Like, yeah, I feel like you put a pause to a situation. Doesn't necessarily mean that a situation is ending, or at the very least, this is not your intention on the situation ending. You know, if there is like, whatever this case may be, whether if there is a person involved, you know, free will, darling. And even though you're trying to explain it from your point of view, be like, it's no hard feelings. You just need to make time for yourself. Other people may not understand that, and so it's like they may be responsible for it being more permanent, but what have you. You have the Moon card clarifying your Hermit card coming in here. So for you, Gemini, I just get heavy self-exploration, Gemini. I feel like for some of you guys, you're getting this like, it's like I'm being shown a Gemini that's like buying a self-help book. It feels like you guys are like learning more about yourself, learning how to fall in love with yourself. It feels like you are like... Now, this is really a bold statement for me to be saying, but it's like some of you guys are like a stranger to your own psyche. Like it feels like you guys are very much so Gemini, like very fight or flight, or just you haven't really had the time or the emotional bandwidth to really just make the time for getting to know yourself, right? Maybe you just have dealt with so many stresses in your life and just you always had to be on or what have you, right? I don't know. I just feel as if you guys are kind of like starting to actually learn about yourself, Gemini. Six of Cups coming in here, clarifying your Star card. And so, yeah, this just, you know, with the Star card, that is the card of wish fulfillment. It is Aquarian energy. I don't think it has any relevance. I just like to point it out. But with the Six of Cups here, the Six of Cups can represent like an offer being given to you. And so I do feel as if for some of you Geminis, you're going to be receiving some type of gift that gets you closer to your star, gets you closer to your objective that you're wanting to have your wish fulfilled with, right? Let's continue on with this, Gemini. You have the Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Wands. Six of Wands talks about public recognition and success, darling. And so when you have this being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about up-leveling energy, you know, this is a card of like going back to school and stuff. I don't like to go into that message because school doesn't equate to success. But it is a card of learning and just like up-leveling and whatever the case may be. So yeah, Gemini, like you guys are just really scaling up in life. Page of Swords clarifying your Three of Cups here. I actually want another one to clarify this. Five of Swords in the reverse. And so Gemini, I have to be honest here. I do feel like for some of you guys, you're trying to just put like, whether it's like through actual conversation or you just being busy, like I do feel as if like the people that you might be like starting to be a little bit distanced to, that you don't really have as much time for, darling, I saw like a little fuzz and it was bothering me. They're gonna just kind of be watching you from afar and observing you, Gemini. I don't really get anything malintent, obviously, from this, but just something to note. You have the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Cups here. So with this situation here, now we're going into a little bit of a separate message, Gemini. It's almost as if you kind of like realize maybe there are some people in your life, some friends, family, like it's almost as if you are realizing that the people that you're surrounding yourself with just really were not feeding you the necessity, motivation, or energy that you needed to get you closer to your goals. You know, if you are, let's just say, like heavy into like investments, right? And you know, you're just surrounding yourself with people who are not good with money, and you know, it's very counterproductive or counterintuitive to your goals and like putting your money into stocks and what have you, right? So it's almost as if you kind of are realizing that the friends and connections that you're harboring just were very intuitive to where it is you're trying to accomplish, if that makes sense, Gemini. Like it just feels as if you were in a scenario that you didn't belong in. You have the Devil card clarifying the Temperance card. Yeah, you were able, it's like you are, Gemini, Girl, where did this card go? You, Gemini, just have identified. Now, the Devil card does admittedly kind of villainize an energy, but I don't really see on your end that you're seeing like an energy or you're seeing a person necessarily like as a bad person or anything like that, anything negative. You just are realizing that's like maybe not a match anymore. You have the King of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Swords, and so you are walking away. Gemini, it's like you're having to make a hard choice to really go after your goals, go after your dreams, to really build that empire that you're wanting. So you're having to make some hard choices, Gemini. And then the Eight of Swords coming in here, clarifying your Ace of Swords, because there's just limiting. So Gemini, they really just take this reading as a sign that, you know, whatever feelings that you're having, don't take it as you being like snobby or judgmental or what have you, Gemini. You have your mind on the right track, in the sense of where it's just like you aren't around the right people, or you were not surrounding yourself around the right people, right? They could be good people. It's just not really the kind of people that you want to be around with what it is you exactly want to accomplish. Doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make them a bad person, just means you outgrew each other, essentially, right? So take that message as you will, Gemini. Feed those cards to Miss Aretha Franklin, darling. And now, Gemini, let's get into your spirit guide and ancestral messages for this week. Let's see what messages they have for you today, Gemini. You have the Two of Pentacles stepping forward to you, with the Six of Cups coming in here again. And then the Two of Wands coming in here. So Gemini, you know, from before I was talking about how that Six of Cups for you was like, well, we don't need to talk about that. In this case, the Six of Cups is showcasing a sense of where you are, I feel like this is referencing to like a past energy. And so you were kind of like, you have like this sense of obligation, something that you committed to. Maybe it's like a relationship in your life. Gemini doesn't have to be romantic, but I do feel like for some of you guys it's romantic. But maybe for like, I would say like 60% of you, Gemini, this is more so about like some type of like platonic or family situation, and where you're kind of like weighing the things out, right? Where it's just like you have this sense of obligation, and it's a lot easier, or it's a lot harder to like distance yourself from a connection when there's nothing really necessarily done wrong with you. It's always a lot harder when you have to like tell people, it's just like, oh, I think I've just outgrown you, because then it's just like a situation where it's like, oh, well, what does that mean? Do you think you're better than me? Or, you know, it just gets into such uncomfortable conversations, girl, which I'm sure you already know. You have the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the Two of Pentacles coming in here. It's interesting how you have both the King and Queen of Pentacles coming in the name of separating yourself. So really amplifies this message of where it's just like, where at one point you were two peas in a pod, honey. No, you guys aren't no longer. Nine of Wands clarifying your Six of Cups here. So you really were trying to make it work. But I feel like, again, with that Temperance card and that Devil card coming in here, you already had that sense, Gemini, for probably quite a while, darling. If you were to be honest, where's my wand? If you were to be honest with yourself, darling, you probably were aware of it for quite some time, that you were around your crowd. But you maybe just dealt with it for a while just because it was just nice. A nice distraction. We are human. Eight of Wands clarifying your Two of Wands. Eight of Wands representing movement. So I do feel like with some of you guys, Gemini, you guys are going to just be moving. Maybe what your issue was beforehand, like you were staying in a certain environment just because of somebody else, right? You didn't want to move for somebody else, but your opportunity lies elsewhere, right? And so it's like you're with this freedom that it's like the sense of being like, well, do I choose to stay with this person, or do I choose to choose my own objectives, choose my passion, choose my career, and take this job opportunity that would be valuable for me, but I have to move away from the situation, right? Tough choices for you, Gemini, huh? So let's get into how people are perceiving you right now, Gemini. Let's see what's going on there. You have the Page of Pentacles. I thought I dropped it. Page of Pentacles coming in, Gemini, with the Knight of Pentacles. Can we get another Pentacles card? I'm seeing Ten of Pentacles. Nope. Eight of Swords coming in here. So So, admittedly, Gemini, I feel as if this person here is really not going to be seeing in your perspective. I don't feel like this person's really going to be understanding you. They want to try to, right? Page of Cups here. They want to try to. It's like they want to make this work, but it's like, it's like you may have been like two peas in a pod at one point in Gemini, but no longer you guys are. And I feel like it's kind of hard for them to conceptualize this or to understand this, right? You may be like the more mature one out of this situation here. And I'm going to have to just tell you, speaking from personal experience from many times just this year alone, Gemini, you have to get really comfortable with the idea that some people are just going to have to make you out to be the bad guy just in their own brain because they cannot conceptualize people outgrowing them. We are very self-involved human beings. And so it sucks. It doesn't feel fair, but that's just how life is. That's what makes humans and connections all that interesting because of all those nuances. The Tower card coming in here. And then the Seven of Cups. Yeah, for you, Gemini, this is really a sense of where I don't feel like this person's really going to understand like why it is that you are having to do what it is that you're going to do. I feel like they're going to try to respect it the best that they can, but I don't feel like they're going to really understand it fully. I don't think it's just something they can really conceptualize until a later point in their life. But what it is that you are doing, Gemini, do not feel bad about it. You are doing the exact things that you need to be doing to set yourself up for success. And so continue doing that, darling. But it's free will, darling. It's your choice to do whatever it is that you choose to please to do, darling. It doesn't impact my life whatsoever. Whatever decision that you make, I always am going to stand by you. But yeah, Gemini, that is the weekly tarot horoscope reading that I have for you, darling. If you found this reading helpful, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, Gemini, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that just being SimplyVelca, honey. And yeah, Gemini, I will connect with you sometime in the near future, hopefully. I love you so much, darling. Bye.